All right, all credit today to the Education Minister, Jason Clare. He's going to wind back the intake of international students next year. He's bringing it down by 20,000. I'd actually like to see it come down more than that. He said, and this is a big admission, that migrants have been using our education system as a backdoor to staying permanently in Australia. If you look at the numbers, in the last 12 months to May this year, there were more than 800,000 international students in Australia. Now, no surprise, the universities are squealing like cut cats. They're not happy about this. Western Sydney Uni Vice-Chancellor George Williams, former constitutional lawyer, he says it could even be unconstitutional. Do you think we'll actually get to see these cuts, or will Labor back down?
No, you'll see them all right. And the government thinks George Williams is wrong about that. And I think George Williams was saying if you don't have a cap for every uni in every state, but they intend to. But I can reveal tonight to you, Peter, the cuts to the group of 8 in terms of international students and how much they're going to allow regional universities to take more international students, which makes sense if you think about the housing situation in capital cities. So 27% they're going to cut the group of 8 intake by. How about that? So he made the point that the vocational education is cutting the numbers by 20%. Unis are slightly less or about the same. But where he's going to cut is places like Sydney Uni, which has been controversial because 45 to 50% of their students are now foreign students. Now, I don't think that's what Sydney Uni was set up for, frankly, and these other universities. The top universities, they will have to teach more Australians, people who aren't foreign students. They're getting a 27% cut. That's what I can reveal to you tonight, Peter.
And no surprises too. I mean, when people are going to those universities in the city, they're putting the housing system under pressure. If they're going to a regional university, much less so. I think that's a good move by him. Hey, Green Senator Mehreen Faruqi, she's used a quirk in the way Senate committees work. There was a committee set up to investigate anti-Semitism. The permanent Greens member on that committee is Senator David Shoebridge. Well, she's swapping him out. She's going on the committee. She, of course, wasn't willing back in July to condemn Hamas. Have a listen.
Does Hamas need to be dismantled?
The Palestinians need to decide where they want to go.
So if they choose Hamas, that's okay?
What can I say?
Should it be dismantled?
Hamas is an organisation that exists in the region.
Surely you're able to say whether you'd like to see them gone.
I mean, it's not up to me.
This is a farce, Andrew.
Is she going to wear a keffiyeh to the hearings? I mean, she's Pakistani. She's not Palestinian. I would describe it as inflammatory. But look, the Greens, I mean, they are pretty extreme on this stuff. You know, they had a motion was put up, which Labor, by the Liberals, I think, Labor supported in the Senate, and the Greens got up and said they couldn't support it. That Palestinian rhetoric on war memorial, put on war memorials in Canberra, the motion was to condemn it. They wouldn't support that. So, look, you know, David Shoebridge would be taking a stance which I'm sure others on the committee or those against anti-Semitism wouldn't like as it is. But he would be a little bit more sensible, I think, than Mehreen. That looks like a decision of the leadership. She's the deputy leader. I think it's pretty inflammatory. And I think, it'll certainly lead to a few stories. I think we'll be reporting on that. So I can't see, because she's so one-eyed in terms of the debate, Mehreen. So I'm really interested to see how that plays out. And I think it might play out in an ugly fashion. I mean, one of the things the government says, which I think is fair enough, is you know, we've got to lower the temperature in terms of this conflict here. Well, this is certainly not doing that, is it?
Not at all. And my suggestion to them would be to remake this order, to put it into this references committee, set it up as a select committee and expressly name each senator on that select committee. You can leave the Greens completely off it if you want, but you would be able to exclude her that way. That'd fix it. I think they can't tolerate her being on that committee because it's designed to, you know, it'll have hearings around the country. She'll invite a pro-Palestinian mob in with her, and it'll only make the anti-Semitism problem worse. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for your time.